Haywood, and I'm a veterinarian. I grew up in Raleigh, North Carolina, went to college at a small liberal arts school in Virginia. And while I was there, was kind of struggling with what to do with my life. I was on the riding team after being a lifelong equestrian. And I had a friend who had mentioned that, I was interested in medicine and I was interested in animals and maybe I should be a veterinarian. So I spent the summer between my junior and senior year, kind of with a split life. I spent 2 days a week working at a literary agency, putting my English degree to good use. And I spent 3 days a week volunteering at the Bronx Zoo Animal Health Center, which is part of the zoo facility that takes care of injured zoo animals and also wildlife from the area. And when I got to the end of that summer, I kind of realized that I wanted to be a veterinarian. Graduated from college, I had to take a gap year because I hadn't finished all the science classes that I needed to apply to vet school. So I spent the year working at a small animal practice as a veterinary assistant and receptionist, and taking some post-baccalaureate classes at NC State. All those fun classes like organic chemistry and biochem, microbiology, all that good stuff. And then applied to vet school. I got into the University of Pennsylvania up in Philadelphia, and started there in the fall of 2000. After I graduated, I was lucky enough to take a job in Lexington, Kentucky at Rood and Riddle Equine Hospital, which is a huge equine practice that works mostly on thoroughbreds. So thoroughbreds are racehorses, but I mostly worked on the breeding farms. So got to take care of lots of babies and their moms, and kind of watch them grow up to become racehorses. I was lucky enough to do that for 8 years. Got to have some pretty amazing adventures. I flew with some horses to Dubai, and then the next year I got to fly with them to England. So that was pretty spectacular. Lived on a beautiful farm for 2 of those years in Lexington. And I got to attend all the foalings those 2 years. So I probably got to see, over 150 new foals come into the world, which was pretty special. Last 18 months. So typical day for me is I usually get to the office around 7:45 to 8 a.m. We have a morning meeting where we kind of talk about procedures and drop-off appointments and stuff like that, get the teams organized. And then, I start seeing appointments, and I see appointments every 30 minutes until lunchtime. We take a 2-hour break for lunch and then see appointments again all afternoon. I'm lucky that this job, I only work 4 days a week, which is really nice. It's a big change from what I was doing in Kentucky. But I also really miss the horses, miss working with horse people, miss being outside. So it's been a tough transition, but I do think that's one of the great things about being a veterinarian is, you're not locked into one specialty your entire life. There's a lot of latitude to make some pretty big shifts with your career. And so if you start out doing something and you realize that it's not a great fit for you, your life changes, you have a kid or you have to move to a different part of the country, there's a lot of opportunities out there. I think a lot of kids go into veterinary medicine knowing that it's the only thing they want to be for their entire lives. And I just wanted to mention that, that it doesn't have to be like that. You can decide kind of at any point on your journey, and you don't have to be an animal science major. I was an English and biology double major, so you can really do anything.